Hey, so I told you that if you're watching this and you came from a post, one of the posts I've created, I told you in the first 3 minutes, this would be the most valuable. I want to keep that promise. I'll tell you who I am and everything if you don't know. But first, let's talk about why you're here. You're here because you have a business and you're doing somewhere in the neighborhood of seven figures. Could be $1, $2, or $3 million a year. Maybe not even that much, but you want to get to the next level. And you're somebody who's not willing to just settle for where you are. You've worked hard to get here, but you want to be able to get to that next level. And there's a belief that's in the way that's keeping you from getting there, right? And I talk to my clients all the time about how beliefs are invisible, right? They're how we see the world. And so this is reality for most of us because we've been conditioned to believe that, maybe through experience, maybe because of what we're taught, whatever the case may be. There's something that's keeping you from being able to see what's there. And you can feel it because no matter how hard you push, no matter how many hours you work, no matter what you try and put your employees through, and no matter what systems you put in place, everything works somewhat. Some things work better than others, but nothing really moves the needle in the way that you want it to. And so you're going from 1 million to 1.2, you're going from 2 million to 2.3, but you can never seem to crest the hill and get to that 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, $20 million that you really, really would love to be able to see in your business, right? Or maybe you're at 20, but you want to get to 50. And you can't seem to figure out what it is that's keeping you from being able to get that exponential momentum in your business, right? All right, I'm 2 minutes in. I got 1 more minute to hook you and to get you where you want to go. Here's the lie. The lie is that it has to be hard. The lie is that working harder, doing more of what you've already done is going to get you where you want to go. And there's some other lies that are subsets of that. And then I'm going to go to the whiteboard and really kind of break this out for you. Here's the thing. We believe that because it was hard for us, it's harder to get other people to do things. And the key to being able to scale your business is not just systems, right? It's not just processes and SOPs. It's not just hiring employees to replace yourself and fire yourself out of the position. The key to scaling is optimal leadership. Now, we all heard the word leadership before, and a lot of times we think it applies just to CEOs. We think it applies to certain frameworks and buzzwords that go around, and that's a very corporate word. Now, if you're running a plumbing business or a roofing and construction business, or you've got a design agency or something like that, it can feel like those things they're not what we're talking about, right? We just need a structure. I just need people to do what I tell them to do. And here's the key. The fact of the matter is that's more challenging. I'm going to break down for you very simply why this is such a challenge. And the reason for that is because what people don't understand about growing a business, sign in to save them. All right. So here's the thing. There are 5 levels of leadership. All right. Each of those levels correlates to a different level of revenue and success. And then there are levers that we get to push to be able to make your business more profitable, etc. But the key is that most people never get beyond level 1. Level 1 is learning to lead yourself. I can spell yourself. Level 2 is learning to lead clients. Level 3, lead your team. Level 4, lead your market/industry. Level 5. Why is this so important? Simply put, it's because most people never get there. They never get beyond level 1, learning to lead yourself. You got to be able to get yourself to do the things that you need to do to be able to scale, right? Here's the thing. Each of these levels correlates to a different level, right? So here, leading yourself will get you 6 figures. Leading your clients can get you to 7. So you get to about 1 million, somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 million. Now, by this point, you're probably going to hire employees and you're going to be fixated on just delivering the work that you got to get done. right? You're going to sell people, you're going to get clientele, you're going to hire employees, they're going to take over certain tasks and delegation, and you're going to be able to get to this level. The problem is most businesses stay stuck at this level here. Couldn't get around all of it. They stay stuck between $1 million and $3 million. If you can learn to lead your team, however, you can get somewhere between 10 million and 100 million. If you can learn to lead your industry, that'll get you past 9 figures, 100 million plus, right? If you can lead the world, this will make you a billion dollar organization. Why is that so important? 4% of business owners never get past $100,000 a year. In fact, half of all business owners never making more than $50,000 a year. So if you're in this range here, you're excelling. The challenge you have is that if you don't understand the concept of optimal leadership, you're not going to be able to lead a team, because there's a key element that's in play. And that key element is learning how to do what we call RTO, get results through others. And it's the hardest thing, because what most of us want to do is we want to tell people what to do and they just do it. And as business owners, entrepreneurs, we're high performers. So we're conditioned to think that, okay, the thing that I really need to be able to do is just perform at a high level. And I want other people to think like me and perform like me. And the fact of the matter is, that's not going to happen, because it's your business and no one's going to care about your business as much as you. However, you can, through optimal leadership, learn how to engage people, to attract talent, to be able to retain talent, and to get the most out of them so they can get exponentially more done than you could ever think. Right. I want to share one more thing with you that kind of illustrates why this is such a challenge for most people. All right. Let's say we're at a scale 0 to 100. There are 3 types of employees in general. All right. The first type of employee is just a job, right? That's all they care about. They're mercenaries. They're going to go where the highest bidder is. They're going to make the most money that they can for the least amount of effort possible. They just don't care. Those are people that will lose you money every single time. All right. The next category are those who are careers. These people will make you money. They're good workers. They're high performers in some instances. They're skilled. They're adequate, right? The key is you want to be able to find, internal franchises. These are people who will treat your business as if it were their own. Remember, a job will lose you money, careers will make you money, internal franchises will make you wealthy. Now, the hidden element to all of this is that from a career, you can take a person from a career to an internal franchise, moving 50 points on this scale simply through optimal leadership. Imagine what would happen if you've got a team of 25 employees and you've got 2 internal franchises and you've got 10 career people and you've got 13 jobs. Imagine if you could take these careers, internal franchises, you could get rid of the jobs and you could turn those people who are in this job into career and take those who are career into internal franchises just through optimal leadership. What that would do for your business. That will take you from here to here. Imagine going from a $3 million business to a $50 or $100 million business just by being able to do that. Listen, I don't know where you are in particular in your business, but around this video, there's going to be a link for you to be able to book a call and talk about where exactly it is you want to go. I encourage you to reach out, click the link, book a call, let's talk, and let's see if it's a fit. This isn't for everyone. This is only for those who understand that winning is the only option, that failure is not a word that fits in your vocabulary. If that sounds like you, then maybe we should talk. Just maybe. My name is Fredrick Douglas Bussey. I've worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs in the past 25 years. Icon Status is a firm where we are dedicated to working only with the best, the brightest, the most ambitious entrepreneurs who want to be able to create something outsized in their business. If that sounds like you, then you should click a link. You should book a call. Let's talk. There's no obligation, simply to see if we're a good fit. We work by invitation only. My name is Fredrick Douglas Bussey, Ever Forward.